Good morning, Coach Carbs. Welcome back to the show.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
We are doing
How
great.
was the break?
Yeah, was your Olympics break getaway with the Carbs family as exotic as Ovi's trip? He went to Dubai with his family, so that's a high bar right there.
It was nowhere near the Dubai bar. It was more inside the continental United States down in Florida for a few days.
That
Works,
nice.
though.
Very good.
Works.
Yes.
So
Yes.
like poolside, cool drinks, maybe a round of golf. Reconnect with the wife and the kids. Is that the general vibe here?
Yeah, we did. We did 1 day of theme parks, which
that's right.
Plenty.
yeah, it was plenty.
Did you get the express pass? Like I counseled you. I said you have to get
Yes.
that. You did.
Yes,
Good.
we did, and we did that new Universal park called Epic Universe, and that was fun. It was
Very good.
That's the big draw now. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, when you're there in Florida, do you ever get recognized when you're out and about?
Yeah, so funny, every once in a while I will. This trip, we were in Harry Potter World in Universal, and a gentleman came up and tapped me on the shoulder, and he said, "Hey, Coach, I live in Florida, but I'm from the D.C. area. Can I get a pic? Great what you've done with the team and everything." So it was cool.
Very cool.
Were you in a Harry Potter robe? Did you have a wand? Were you drinking butterbeer? I need the intel on you in the wizarding world of Harry Potter.
I swear to you, I'm not exaggerating this. My daughter had the wand, and in that area, you can basically do spells at different places with your wand that'll do something to the storefront, or you'll make it react with your wand. And so I was in the middle of helping her do one of the spells.
Nice.
That's funny.
With the wand.
I hope you put a spell on the Flyers for the first game out of the break.
Good
put a spell
idea.
On, put a spell on them.
Good thinking, Kate.
That'd be fantastic.
I know. And then we had some good pool time too. We went to a different area where it was a little bit more low key and hung out. So it was fun.
Nice.
So I was telling the guys, Coach, that I've never watched two hockey games start to finish in the same day ever in my life.
How good was that?
Until yesterday. It was incredible.
Unbelievable.
I assume you watched most of it, if not all of it. First of all, your take on the first game, Canada beating the Czechs in overtime, and they were a huge favorite going into that game over Czech. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was on during our practice, so everybody kind of rushed off the ice, and it was on in the locker room and in the lounge, and so guys were glued to that. So I caught most of it, but it's amazing. You know what you take away from that is, as dominant as U.S. and Canada were in the round robin, all of a sudden it gets to a one and done situation.
Yep.
And now it just changes the game. It's way more every puck battle, every play, you're hanging on it. And you can see how it affects the players too, because now, that's an even game. Chuck was right there. They obviously could have won that in regulation. And same thing with the Swedish game. They had some chances there. They tied up late. But great for the sport. What a day of hockey.
What is your stance sort of when they go to the 3-on-3 as a coach? Do you like that?
The overtime.
Just give us your deal.
It's tough because there's so much at stake.
Yep.
And to play 3-on-3, they used to just go 5-on-5, but sometimes that could take 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I get why they do it. It's more exciting. It's going to end more times than not.
It's better than a shootout,
earlier.
don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Well, if they didn't score in the overtime, they were
That's when
going to the
into it.
shootout.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So,
and they play the odd. The odds are someone's going to score in 3-on-3 at 10 minutes. We play at 5-on-5, 5 minutes in the regular season. 10 minutes, there's a good chance someone's scoring at one end.
And Sweden was legit. I mean, they're all NHL players. I think the entire team.
Gosh. I was so impressed with how they played in that game. It was because Sweden's kind of they struggled a little bit in the first game. They got a little bit better as the games went along. They obviously won in the quarter. That was a good hockey game.
So I'm guessing that, I don't know how much you know about the Slovakian team, but I'm guessing most of those guys are NHL players too.
He knows about Marty
Marty's
from the
on the team.
Oh, Marty's on the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he picked up an assist yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably I'm going to say maybe 8 full-time NHLers on their team, maybe 10 guys that have played in the NHL. They got a good team. They play hard. They've got, you can tell they got a lot of confidence right now, playing really well, even through the round robin. Like, they were really, really good. I think they won their pool that had Sweden and Finland in it, which was impressive.
Yeah.
So, Coach, we know that you're happy and proud, obviously, that the Caps players, representing their countries, Willie, LT, and Marty, making the trip. But is there a little voice in your head that's like, I just don't want my guys to get banged up, to get injured, could be unavailable?
Like Crosby yesterday.
Like Crosby leaves the Canada game early. Like, is there that little thing in the back of your head while you're proud and you're happy to watch these guys, you have to be concerned that they're ready to go for the after the Olympics sprint to the end?
0%.
Okay.
That's
okay. The injury and that stuff is really unfortunate, and you hate to see it. Like the Kevin Fiala injury, it's awful, but it pales in comparison to these guys representing their country, and these are lifelong dreams to be able to live that out and play and represent your country and get into the semifinals and potentially win a medal at the Olympics. It's just like, if something were to happen, it's just unfortunate, but you would never, I would never not want that to happen as a sacrifice of our season, or we need to be worried about Philly on Wednesday.
Coach Carbs, I wish I had gone to a betting site a few days ago and bet that Tom Wilson would have had a Gordie Howe Hattie in the Olympics. I mean, I would have gotten huge odds on that. I love the fact that Tom...
I don't know if you would have, though. I don't know if you would have.
Yeah, it's probably true. I just love that Tom Wilson is living rent-free in people's heads, not only in North America, but worldwide, apparently. Everybody wants to scrap with Tom Wilson. And I found it interesting that you commented on this, too, that Tom knew the line that he could go to as far as fighting and scrapping in the Olympics
without
and
getting
not
ejected.
Getting suspended for
He's kind of an expert at that.
Like he knows where the line is. He kind of went to the line and didn't cross it, which is good.
Yeah, because live, so as that whole thing played out, McKinnon gets hit high, little bit of a questionable hit, and so it plays out. But everybody is scrambling like, oh, geez, what does this mean? Because we don't know the rules. Like, not everybody's up to date on the exact rules of the Olympics. So now you're scrambling like, is he suspended? How many games? Is it one? Is it automatic? And so all over social media, people don't know the rule. And he obviously, I don't know how he found it out. I'm sure they probably laid it out to the players, is like, listen, it's not an automatic one-game suspension for fighting. It's if the IIHF feels like it's gone over the line and it's an aggressor, that's when you get suspended. So he sort of knew that as long as he didn't go off the rails or it didn't turn into a huge situation, he'd be okay.
How much of a loss is Crosby if he can't play against, obviously in the semis or the gold medal game?
Huge loss. I feel like you even saw it in the game a little bit yesterday. That line has been so good and so reliable for Team Canada as a whole, and for John Cooper to be able to deploy. So it sort of changed their dynamic up front a little bit, and I felt like it really affected them. But now I think being able to reset and slot guys in and start fresh, I think they should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Coach, I saw you had, I guess, a sit-down, I don't know if it was in person or over the phone, with John Cooper, head coach of Team Canada, head coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning, about what Willie's role would be like on the team. Was that weird for you to kind of share intel about one of your players with him, or are you just, again, doing it for the good of the country, trying to win the gold medal?
Yeah, I think it was just more so when they were gathering information and doing their due diligence on who was going to make the team. There was a lot of conversations behind the scenes before they named who was on it, of just picking people's brain. Obviously, they're scouting, watching film, but also they want to get opinions and thoughts, especially from someone that, I know Willie as a head coach better than anybody on the planet. So Coop, just trying to get a feel for Willie and the situations that we utilize him in and all that different stuff. So I talked to him multiple times on him, LT, Chicky, a bunch of our guys.
Coach, TJ Oshie did a great job calling that game, that first game.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I don't know how many he's done, but he's got a future. I mean, that if he wants to do that in retirement, he can call games. He was awesome.
Yeah, and he's been doing the in-studio stuff too with Anson Carter.
Right.
Yeah. So he's dove right in. He was actually here maybe a week before the Olympics. He came in, poked his head into the coach's room, and we chatted, and he was telling us the ins and outs of going to Bristol and working for ESPN and doing all that side of it. And he's enjoying it, and you're spot on. He's really good at it.
Yep.
All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about where you guys are at when you guys are back on the ice. It's going to be a sprint to the playoffs, 23 games left. You sit 4 points back in the wild card spot, 4 points back in the Metro. What do you need to do in this sprint to the end to get back into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. 23 to go. I think we'll continue to keep it short term here. So we come out with a 3-4, Philly, Vegas, and then we go to Montreal. I think we've found a little bit of momentum here. We've won 4 of our last 5. Dubois comes back healthy, plays the last game before the break, and you could feel that not only from just an X's and O's, how he helps our team on the ice. I think our guys, when he comes back into the lineup, it gives our group a jolt of energy because he's such an impactful player. Our guys get excited about that, having him back in the lineup, and so hopefully we can carry that over of the way we finished kind of going into the break and just gather a little bit of momentum early in this 23-game stretch to get us right back into the mix.
Yeah, Coach, does it concern you at all when you look at the GP tab, games played? The Caps were tops in the league with 59 under your belt heading into the break. You have fewer bites at the apple, obviously, to get points. You know, like a team like the Flyers, they come in next Wednesday. They played 3 less games than you, so they have more opportunities to try to gain points and go up the standings.
You're 100% right, and I think that's where bringing just to our attention of like, hey, understand the scenario here is we've got some work to do, and we've dug ourselves a hole. So 4 points back looks like, oh, that's no big deal at all, but realistically, Columbus has 3 games in hand. We're tied with them. If they took advantage of all 3 of those, we're actually now 6 back of Columbus as well. So we have to be careful with, okay, we're fine. The urgency level needs to be through the roof here because teams do have games in hand, and they're going to have opportunities to gain more points.
All right.
Coach, good to reconnect. Enjoy the rest of the Olympics hockey, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, sounds
Talk
good.
to you
Great
next
chatting,
week.
guys.
Yep.
That
thank
is
you, buddy.
Spencer Carbery, Washington Capitals head coach, presented by the Centers for Advanced Orthopedics. More physicians, more locations, more advanced care centered around one thing. You visit cfaortho.com for more details. Don't forget, coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll be joined by Barry's Verluga from Milan covering the Olympics. That's coming up at 8 here on The Fan.